Waiting for us to be live.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Good evening.
Just, waiting for it to show up in our feed here so we can retweet it. There is an error.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
We'll try to get back to X again. All right. Go live on X. Wait. X is working it again. It gave us an error. Sorry, everyone, on the other places. All right. We should be live on X. So if you refresh, there we are. Look at us. Some beautiful people.
Very, very exciting.
Well, I can't type. Thank you for coming to the show. This is the Jeff and Jeff podcast.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm David. And maybe sometime in the future we'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Today we've got a slew of topics to talk about. Charlie Kirk again. Kash. Could be
You need
the FBI
cash.
Director Kash.
You need cash now.
Oh, do you have a structured settlement?
Yes, you need cash now.
If you're born here, do you get to stay? Jimmy Kimmel is a baby. Well, that wasn't part of the title, but I put it in there. James Comey, and much, much more. Plus whatever we feel like tangentially feel like talking about.
Absolutely.
Rabbit trails and etc. All right, so we'll start with Charlie Kirk. You weren't here for the last episode 2 weeks ago.
I was not.
What are your thoughts in general? And we can jump into some specifics.
It was interesting that before he was assassinated, there was like 12,000 chapters, college chapters worldwide.
And high school, because they're in high school.
And there was like 1,100 high school ones. Yeah. And since that time, the last numbers I saw, they've had requests for 82,000.
Something crazy like that, yeah.
It's amazing how people...
Sorry for distracting you.
People intended this for evil, and God's making...
Oh, yeah.
Taking a huge thing out of it. And so it's been interesting to see how the left is handling it.
Yes.
And how the right's handling it. There was no riots. There was no retaliation. There was prayer. There was anguish.
So they didn't burn down a bunch of cities?
No cities were burnt. It was...
Well, in the memorial service, which was put on 7 days after, which was epic.
It was.
If you didn't watch it, and you don't have to watch the whole thing, I would recommend it because it was pretty awesome. But
it's almost 6 hours.
You can like 2 times speed it on like YouTube and all that. But the coolest thing about the memorial service is the first like 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, was just a worship service.
Yeah, it's amazing.
More people heard about the gospel during that service than I think any other time, like altogether, like all at once heard the gospel.
In history.
In history.
Yeah. And
by multiple people.
When in history also have the leaders of a nation come forth and given the gospel message, everybody except Trump.
Yep.
All of the other...
He recognized Jesus
did recognize that
and
there's
his authority.
Yes. And they gave everybody gave the gospel message. I was shocked that we had... I mean, Marco Rubio did a good job.
I like him a lot.
I like him a lot more than I ever thought I would.
Yep.
I never thought highly of him. And the more he's been in this job...
His 4 jobs, 5 jobs, 6 jobs, 7 jobs?
I'm impressed constantly. So I'm shocked.
And Pete Hegseth?
Yes. Same thing.
It was great. It was really good. It just shows that... I wouldn't say one side's evil. I would say one side worships evil, which is almost the same thing. And the other side is a mix of, I would say the majority of them worship good, God, and a good portion of them don't, but are like, oh, that's not a bad thing.
Well, it's been interesting. I've seen some comments from atheists and some agnostics and stuff online where it says, they've said basically, I still don't believe in God. I still don't believe what you guys believe. But after seeing this, there's a necessity for this in our government.
There is.
Because the other side is destroying everything, and this was not that.
Correct.
And so it's been an Erica Kirk getting up on stage 7 days later and just saying it. Forget about actually doing it. And I can't judge if she's done it or not, because I know when I forgive somebody, I have to do it over and over and over.
I'm sure she's the same way, because that's us being human.
Yeah. But her just getting up there and saying it and looking up to God and saying, I can't do this, but I'm going to forgive him.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean consequences for his actions go away.
Well, so that's something we can talk about real quick, is there's multiple types of consequences. Do you know what I mean? There's natural consequences of your actions, just built into the natural order of the world that God created. When you do something, there are just natural good and bad consequences to your actions. They just naturally happen.
Yeah.
There are then government mandated consequences to bad actions to try to keep society safe.
Yep.
And then the third is there's relational consequences. There's probably other sets too, but if you look at it from that direction, there are certain consequences that by her forgiving him are somewhat negated, and others that are not at all.
Correct. And he's still going to go to trial, and he's still going to, I suspect, be convicted. Now, whether he gets the death penalty is a different issue. I'm personally against the death penalty, but I'm emotionally for it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Because if it was like, and I didn't know Charlie Kirk personally, but it felt personal.
Yes, it did.
And so emotionally, I'm for it, but personally, I'm against it because I understand.
You understand government corruption.
Right.
And if the government has the power to kill people, the likelihood of that they're going to kill innocent people is surprisingly high.
And we know it. That happens.
Surprisingly high. So we'd rather not have that.
Right. But emotionally, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So that's a dichotomy that I don't know how to deal with.
No, it's just a logical point. You can say that he deserves it,
mm-hmm.
but also can be okay with the fact that the government may not give it to him.
Yeah. And that's the part about this
But I think going back to the point you said, you didn't know him personally, but you were personally affected by him because he was a nice guy. He talked to people. He voiced very popular opinions that a lot of people held. And when you kill someone like that, it says, oh, so that's what you think of me.
And that's the problem with the news media, the mainstream news media, and the Democrats saying everybody's a Nazi, everybody's a fascist, everybody's Hitler. That's dehumanizing.
Even seen it in the responses. The people, even the people who didn't celebrate, some didn't, but some were not. They didn't directly say he deserved it, but they said, here's all the terrible things he is, and he's a Nazi, and then they just didn't add, therefore he deserved it.
Yeah,
that was implied. So many people implied that he deserved it.
Yeah,
and so that was one of the other things I brought up here. This is. What is his position? The publicist? Not a publicist.
Turning Support.
And he was a close friend of.
He was the
Charlie
co-founder.
Co-founder, yeah.
That's what he was. Co-founder of Turning Point.
So he came out and he was on an interview. We'll have this in the link. You should watch it because he debunks literally all the things that everyone says. So I don't remember who I was listening to, but someone made a good statement about people who. So say you have a family member who is left or something like that, and they're like, he was a racist. Well, the thing you should ask them is you shouldn't say, no, he wasn't. You should, can you can you provide me the full quote?
Right.
Can you give me the full video? Give me the full thing. Show me it.
Show it to me. Yeah.
Show it to me, and then we can discuss it.
Right.
If you're unwilling to actually show me the whole thing, then you're wrong, because you're wrong.
Yeah, just show it to me.
Yeah. So that's probably the easiest way to debunk it, because he has so many hours of video on there. And there's probably things I disagree with him on, but one of the most controversial things that people are annoyed with him about is he said he wanted to end the Civil Rights Act.
Yes.
And then they're like, that's racist. Well, you didn't listen to him. The reason he wanted to end it is because it is being used to protect trans people and girls' locker rooms and sports and stuff like that. And he's like, that's not what it was meant to be. We should get rid of it and replace it with something that protects actual just race, maybe.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch we could go over there, but I don't think we need to beat a dead horse unless you want to.
No. I was going to make a joke, but I better not.
You can.
No.
Why not?
Nope. Inappropriate.
We're inappropriate.
So
on the
we
show.
need Kash now.
So there's some varying opinions of Kash Patel.
Correct.
Overall, I think he's doing a pretty good job as FBI director. And if you don't understand bloated bureaucracy, you are probably one of the people who think he's not doing a very good job.
Yeah.
And if you do understand bloated bureaucracy, you understand, though he is doing everything he can, his hands are tied in a lot of different ways.
One of the things that he has done in 7 months that Joe Biden...
Also, that's a good thing to
failed,
remind everyone. It's only been 7 months.
Yeah, that Joe Biden's whole team failed to do, and he has saved more than 30,000 children.
Yeah.
30,000.
From being sex trafficked or in sex trafficking.
Right.
And arrested how many pedophiles?
In the thousands. And
oh, yeah.
It's an incredible thing. Joe Biden, the day one Joe Biden came in, he rescinded Trump's order to concentrate on pedophiles.
Correct.
And sex trafficking.
And he also released more than 300,000 children, unaccompanied minors,
to
illegal immigrant unaccompanied minors,
to unknown people
in the U.S. They were going to be trafficked. Everyone knows they're going to be trafficked.
And that's who he's finding. He's finding these kids that Joe Biden's team.
So he has 300,000 kids to find.
Yeah.
So he's working on it.
Yep.
So this story is related to the last one because this is what people did with George Floyd is they showed their loyalty to, if you're not aware, and I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but George Floyd wasn't killed by the police.
Correct.
Not only do the autopsies show that, all the evidence shows that, but he wasn't. He was on a drug overdose. He asked to be pulled out of the car. And in the police instruction manuals, Derek Chauvin, for all his faults, because I'm sure he's not perfect, followed exactly what he was told to do by his police division.
Yeah, trained
to do.
Yes.
He did exactly what he was trained to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, it sucks. But these people who were complete and utter morons for kneeling during the George Floyd riots in 2020, who were part of the FBI, have now been fired. And that makes me happy.
I agree.
More of this should happen. Why should more of this happen? Isn't this cancel culture?
That's me.
I know it is.
Okay, so cancel culture was reaching back in years, a lot of times, like 20 years back, when a lot of these people were teenagers in high school and bringing these things up they posted and ruining their lives.
Yes.
If you're so weak and don't care about the facts and you're in the FBI that you're going to kneel for George Floyd and embrace that madness, I don't want you in law enforcement at all.
So the other purpose of cancel culture was to scare you from speaking out about the truth.
Yeah.
Not about saying weird things or off the cuff things. No, it was telling people that they were wrong. That was what cancel culture was about. You can't live in a society with people who hate you and want you dead.
And that's been said a bunch of times since Charlie Kirk was executed.
Okay. So you should find all the indicators that point to the people who hate you and want you dead.
Yeah.
And get them out of your society.
Oh,
in
I agree.
all legal manners.
Yeah. And a whole bunch of people are resigning right now again.
Oh, it's wonderful. We haven't even got to that story.
Yep.
That's a good story. Maybe we'll skip there. Do you want to do a lighthearted one first?
Sure. That's already there. Yep.
All right. Well,
here's...
we'll let you watch this wonderful video here with us. So see, these are all the presidents. This is the Hall of Presidents. There's Obama and Donald Trump. And then there's the Autopen.
But pay attention to the next photo, too. There's the Autopen. Pay attention. That's his mugshot.
Yes, it is.
He put his mugshot up.
Yes,
So not only did he put the Autopen up for Biden, but he put the mugshot up. Yeah. And the amazing part about that is nobody's complaining about it. No Democrat. Have you noticed there's nobody complaining about it? And the reason that no one's complaining about it, the Democrats aren't, is because if they complained about it, then you'd say, well, what are you upset about? Why is this wrong? They'd have to start answering questions. And so no one is complaining that he put that up. It's hilarious. And especially it's hilarious if you pay attention to what the mugshot he put up next to it.
Yes. Indictments are coming.
They came today.
And they just started, too.
He came today.
So this isn't the indictment. This is just Mike Benz. If you don't know him, you should follow him. He's kind of fun. He looks into all kinds of fun things. But he just wanted to point out to everyone that James Comey is not a nice guy.
No.
You shouldn't be happy to know him. You should, when you hear his name, you shouldn't be like, oh, this guy's kind of nice. No. He didn't stand for truth, principles, or anything. He was a scumbag.
Yeah.
Scumbag. Yeah, because they got him.
So how to get them though is the attorney that was prosecuting the case kept postponing. He had until the 30th of September to indict him or the statute of limitations ran out. And so Trump got mad and realized that and made Pam Bondi replace that guy with this lady, and I don't remember what her name is. It's not there. But this lady in the picture down here in the bottom corner, replace the guy with her, and she indicted him immediately. Now.
Well, and remember, this isn't Trump indicting someone. This is her, as the Assistant Attorney General, getting together a collection of U.S. citizens, presenting them with evidence, them reviewing the evidence and saying, yeah, we think that's enough to bring criminal charges.
Yep.
So this isn't just, oh, Trump did it. No, Trump didn't do it. He asked it to be done because there was evidence that a crime had committed.
Well, we know there are crimes that get committed. We know that.
Oh, yeah. He lied to Congress. He obstructed justice. Those are the things he got.
And he made up the hoaxes.
Oh, yeah. He made up all kinds of crap. So I'm very happy about this. This is hopefully step one of many.
Yes. That would be nice.
This is the other thing we're happy about is multiple DOJ and FBI officials are planning on resigning following the indictment. Thank you. As he stated, the leftist trash is taking itself out.
It's great.
We appreciate it.
Wonderful news.
We appreciate it. Please continue to do that. Makes our jobs easier. He lied. Yeah, the Trump's take. It's pretty easy case. He lied. Correct.
Well, and everybody said this is his revenge. Okay, and then Trump denied that and he said it's just justice. I don't care if it's revenge.
Well, yeah, but
these guys are so corrupt that I'm fed up with everybody saying you can't do this, you can't do that, all the left, and they're doing it. They went after Trump. Yes. They indicted him. They indicted his family. They went after his friends. They went after his lawyers.
Yep.
And even if they didn't convict him, the process is the punishment.
Correct. I agree.
And like General Mike Flynn, they bankrupted him.
Yes, they did. They did he's back on his feet a little bit now.
He is, but he had to sell his house to defend himself. And so they bankrupted him. And it's the same with Rudy Giuliani, and it's the same with all these other guys.
So the question is, if one party, when they're in power, only purposely prosecutes and goes after their political enemies, when the other party gets in power and just goes after bad people, and those bad people all happen to be leftists, does it look like retribution when it's actually justice?
Once again, I don't care if it's retribution.
I'm just pointing out that it can be justice and seem like revenge.
Sure.
Because they don't have a worldview that makes any sense.
And if we don't make them pay for it, they're going to do it again.
Oh, 100%. We
have to make it painful.
So the thing people have been posting, like, watch out, they'll do this to us when they get power.
They already did.
First off, they already did. Second off, if you're not aware, most leftists are cowards. They are cowards. Most of them are. And so if you show them that you will defend them yourself
and go after them,
most of them will leave you alone.
Yeah.
Because they understand if
we
they
have
do it
to
again, they will get thrown in prison.
Yeah. We have to make it painful for them.
Yes,
every one
very
of them.
much so.
Including the news media, and Trump's doing okay with that too.
Oh, he's gotten so much money out of the news
yes,
media.
It's kind of funny.
So going back to Pam Bondi a little bit, people are unhappy with her about a bunch of things. But here's the thing. I think she's 20-0 with wins at the Supreme Court for
everything.
Nationwide injunctions and just all kinds of things. All kinds of things. We have another story. Maybe I'll pull it up because it's related. But this one is about
that one, I think.
Yeah. This one is about birthright citizenship, and they're appealing it to the Supreme Court. So what's this mean? Why should it end? Do other countries allow this?
Other countries don't.
Yeah, where I think there might be one or two others. There's very few. I can't remember because I remember hearing people discuss it, and they mentioned there might be one or two others. But we're the main non-third world country that just lets whatever in our country.
And you have a baby. And I worked for a company a long time ago in California, and my boss was a Chinese citizen.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a job. This goes and showing you how long our systems.
Oh, we should talk about that too.
Our visa immigration systems are broken. This was probably 30, 35 years ago. And you got HIB instead of H1.
That's fine. You just talk.
Anyhow, 35 years ago, he was a Chinese citizen. He was brought over on a visa, and he took a job from an American, obviously, he was a manager in a company. He was bringing over all of his cousins and relatives. They would get pregnant. He would bring them over, let them stay in his house until they delivered, and then automatically that baby would be an American citizen. So then the mother could go register the baby as an American citizen, get a birth certificate, and then the entire family could immigrate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a scam. Just absolutely a scam.
Yeah, it is a complete scam, and it should end. It was never intended that way. So the purpose behind that part of was it the Constitution, or is it
a constitutional amendment, the one that allowed.
So the reason behind that was for the slaves.
Slaves to become.
It was the
American
slaves.
citizens.
It was for the slaves, and the people who put the amendment up originally specifically stated that was what it was for, and not for foreign nationals to come here and have kids and become citizens.
Correct.
So I think he has pretty good standing, and I hope the Supreme Court sides with him. That'd be another one for Pam Bondi.
Easy for
I
you to
mixed
say.
those together to chalk up on her score sheet. We'll talk about this, and then we'll hop over to that one. So this is another one for Trump. Another point on the scoreboard for Pam Bondi for all her haters. He can do pocket rescission. He's allowed to to do pocket rescissions.
So he gets to spend the money. Congress gets to appropriate it, and he gets to spend it. And so he gets to spend it and say what he spends it on. And that's what they just told him, is he gets to pick what it's spent on.
And he's going to do that a lot more. I can tell you that right now with this ruling.
Yep.
So in that line of foreign nationals coming here, if you did see this announcement from the White House, they're going to be charging $100,000. It's currently a one-time fee, sadly, for new H-1B visas.
It should be.
It should be daily, hourly.
And remittances should be taxed at 100%.
This is a good start because this is a shot across the bow.
I don't think it's a good start, but yes.
It is a good start because it's more than nothing.
That's true.
The example, I was listening to the Lotus Eaters podcast. They're a bunch of British guys, and they're describing how if you have a bloated government and you're trying to fix it, it's like a super obese person that you're trying to get fit. It's not easy at the start. It's going to take a bit of work. So you take every win you can take. So that's what I'm thinking about. You got to take the wins where we take.
Well, I agree. It's a win. It is a win.
So that means the current ones are going to probably stick around.
Yeah.
But the new ones there's just not going to have any new H-1Bs. There's no one's going to get an H-1B unless their salary is $500,000 a year or more. But what was funny about this is what 4chan did. Did you hear what 4chan did? So a bunch of the Indians are scared and trying to get back to the U.S. And so 4chan went on to all the airline websites and held tickets as long as they could and jacked up all the prices of the tickets back to the U.S. Tripled, quadrupled the price. So originally, what's annoying about this, though, going back to this, is that in the press conference, who was it with Trump in the press conference? Do you remember about the H-1B fee?
I don't.
He stated it was going to be an annual fee, and it was on renewals as well. So my expectation is that is going to happen. I just don't know when. Because Trump's very good about having his cabinet on the same page as he is. And so to have a person inside his circle say something and then it not be true isn't surprising. So I'm thinking it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Thinking it's going to happen. So shall we talk about the whiny baby? Should we talk about the whiny baby?
Yeah, that's...
So if you didn't know who Jimmy Kimmel is, you're not alone, because before this whole thing happened, he had like 25,000 viewers in the
nightly. Yeah. Prime time.
Nothing. Almost nothing.
Yeah.
And so just like Stephen Colbert, his show is probably losing $50 million a year or more.
He has 100 and some odd writers.
Mm-hmm. And the jokes he comes up with.
Oh.
So he got pulled off the air and blamed who?
Trump.
Is there any evidence it was Trump's fault?
Nope. But it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. They're going to make up stories anyway.
Yep.
So what happened? Well, when you come on to your show and purposely deceive the public about a person who was just assassinated, doesn't generally look good to your advertisers or your audience.
Yeah,
and it was like the advertisers said, we don't want to sponsor your show anymore.
Yep. And then
the local affiliates
said we're not going to.
And they've continued to, even though he's back.
And okay, so here's to show you how bad the 125,000, 126,000 is. Reruns of Family Feud get more than that. Reruns of Family Feud.
So he's had, 3 episodes now since? Maybe 4?
Yeah.
And he's gotten millions in ratings. That'll last about a week, and then he'll be back to 100,000 or so.
Yep,
and
or less, because the affiliates aren't covering them.
Yes.
They're not carrying them
My
anymore.
expectation is...
or some of them.
So, why did he get back on air? What are your thoughts before we jump into everything else?
Disney's a woke piece of garbage. That's why he got back on
Nope.
the air.
I don't think that's the reason.
I think it.
You heard about the ABC affiliate station that got shot up?
Yeah. The one
Why was it shot up?
Because they took him off the air.
So why was he brought back on the air?
Okay, but
Because they were scared of getting shot at by the liberal audience.
But you know what's even worse than that? The guy that shot up the station was captured, taken to jail,
Oh, he was released immediately.
and released immediately.
Of course. Would you be afraid? Now, I would hope, I'm not in their situation, so I can't say for certain, but I would hope that I'd have a little bit more backbone, just a little bit more backbone. But I know for a fact that their security teams, the people they hire for security, came to them and said, you're not leaving your house for the next 5 months.
It's terrifying what is allowed to happen, and then they release him. That's the thing, is he should have been kept without bond because he's proven himself to be a harm to the public.
Yeah.
By just literally spraying bullets at the stupid radio station.
So that's and I have to agree with Tim Pool. That was kind of his analysis. Is the advertisers didn't come back and say, "Yeah, we'll come back." And the affiliates didn't come back and say, "Yeah, we'll broadcast the show again." And Jimmy Kimmel didn't say, "Oh, I'll apologize." He refused to apologize.
Yeah, that's right. He never
so
did.
what is the only factor that would indicate why they would put him back on air? Because they're cowards.
It has to be, but he won't last long. His contract's up in January anyway.
My expectation, and this is why I stopped because I want to talk about that first, is that once his ratings drop back down, that puts him in a position to be like, "You're losing us money, bye."
Well, they'll just because they're chickens. They'll just wait until January where his contract expires and just not renew it.
Probably because they are cowards. We've established that already.
They're just chickens.
So it's just...
And not the good kind of chickens that lay eggs.
No, they don't give anything fruitful. It's just sad that this woke nonsense, because it has nothing to do with free speech. Absolutely nothing to do with free speech. And also, where were these people who were like, we should support free speech when...
Charlie Kirk was killed.
Not just him, but during 2020, you got so many people pulled off of YouTube, which admitted they censored people and removed channels.
Yep. They did this week. They admitted it.
Due to Biden.
And his team, And they put somebody in prison.
Where were the free
They put somebody in prison for a meme.
Yeah.
He just got exonerated this week completely.
And they should be forced to pay him like $3 million.
Yes. Took him 4.5 years. Ruined his life. Ruined everything. Once again, the process is the punishment.
It is.
But he's totally exonerated.
As he should be.
But it ruined his life.
It's just... So here's my stance right now. I used to be more of a free speech absolutist when I was more young and dumb. I'm not anymore. Why? Goes back to our original discussion about if you have people in your society who hate you, want you dead, I'm not going to support their rights. Because I assume they gave them up when they chose to be violent and
want me dead.
Want me dead. So I'm good with free speech for people who want to protect my free speech. But I'm not okay. I'm not going to help protect anyone else's free speech. And in addition, speech isn't free.
No, lots of people have died for it.
Well, and not only that, but every time we talk, if you talk to a family member, you talk to a kid, you talk to coworkers, you're either building up your relationship with them or tearing it down. So your speech has a cost.
Consequences. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know where this is going. This hatred and vitriol against people just because they have a different idea than you. I don't get it.
Civil war?
I hope not. I do not want civil war. Civil war is horrible. Civil war is 10 times worse.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. Well, we'll get into that discussion a little bit more. But more criminal aliens, which I refuse to call them the other term, are arrested.
This,
and this
one is shocking. It shocked me
the
today.
superintendent of an
Des
Iowa
Moines,
school.
Iowa schools, not just one school. The superintendent of the school district
Was here illegally. Yes, he should be arrested and immediately deported back to his country. Now, he gave the wrong country here, so he fixed it. He said he's actually a citizen of Gaia. Same difference as both places are famous for not being the United States of America.
Okay, so here's the issue. He has had deportation orders. He has run from the deportation orders and fled ICE before. So he has already gone the process. He's already had the process. The process is finished and said, you will be deported. He needs to be immediately put on a plane and shipped.
Oh yeah, no, nothing else. Just
nothing else.
Throw him on a plane and ship him out.
Yep, throw him on. Yep.
So people complain. Some people use the wrong terminology and don't understand. Do criminal aliens get due process?
Okay, so there is a piece of due process that they do get.
What is their due process? It's really simple, isn't it?
Deportation court.
That depends, right? It depends on what status this is.
Yeah.
But yes.
But that's literally what they get. And he's had it like 3 times already.
Yeah, but even then, due process, due process doesn't always mean court.
Correct.
It is the due process. All that means is the legally defined process for doing whatever it is.
And it's administrative and legal aliens. It's not a criminal court. It's administrative court.
So a lot of times the due process for criminal aliens, especially if they've already had a detainer on them, is
done.
You pick them up and you ship them out.
That's right.
And that is due process.
And that's
so don't ever say, as a conservative or a Republican or whatever you happen to be, that we don't want to give them due process. No, we do. We do. Their due process is putting them on a plane and shipping them out.
Correct. And
it's real simple. They don't get a court proceeding in a civil court. They don't get a jury of their peers. They're an illegal immigrant. They're a criminal alien.
Yep.
And so they should be deported. Yep. That is their due process.
Yeah. So
we should give them their due process.
You read the background of this guy. It's insane that he's still here. And the idiots appointed him that.
Oh, gosh.
I'd like to know what the idiot did that.
It's just... yeah. So we got a bunch of ICE stories because ice, baby. Vanilla ice. Also,
you're
did
too
you know
young for that.
They what?
Said you're too young for that.
Am I though? Am I? I'm a 90s kid. So there's a couple different things. And this one goes here, I think. And this one goes over here too, I think.
Are we talking about that one?
Yeah, we're going to talk about this. So, leftists are terrorists. And I mean that because the ones who seem to be middle of the road Democrats support this.
The majority of them do, sadly. And that's the weird part about where this is
So
going.
it's not just a fringe.
Right.
It's not just a minority.
50 some odd percent. I don't remember what it was. It's like 55% or 56% of Democrats who were polled said you can use violence against your political opponent.
Yep.
55%? That's insane.
And they should be... Their employers should fire them. Their landlords should kick them out. They should have no safe place to live in our society.
Send them to Venezuela. Let them experience what true communism is and a dictator.
So there's a lot of misinformation around the story just because that's what happens. So do you want to tell us what happened? Give us the breakdown. The TLDR, if you would.
information that's come out, this kid had been, because he's a kid, or
Yes.
was, had been planning this for a period of time.
Yep.
Not just spur of the moment.
And it was a copycat.
And it was a copycat copying Charlie Kirk's murderer.
Yep.
And he went there and thought it was a great idea to get on a building across the roof of a building across from an ICE facility.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just sprayed the vans that were coming in.
And I think that is an important fact that a lot of people don't realize he didn't know what was in that van.
Well, he killed an illegal alien. He wounded 2 other illegal aliens and didn't hit any.
Yeah.
God protected the ICE agents because he didn't hit an ICE agent. He shot the vans and shot into the building.
Yeah, and ICE agents tried to protect people.
They did.
Well,
They have video of him pulling them into the building, the cinder block building, and
I thought I had that.
hiding them.
No, this is
It's right there. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy rolls in. They drag him around the corner because see that's a cinder block wall, which most ammo won't go through.
Yeah.
Now a 50 cal will, but that's a different
there's some
story.
other rounds. So let me ask you this: for all those in our audience who might watch this, there's a bunch of gun safety rules that you could implement. But what are the 3 rules that if you don't follow them, you're going to hurt yourself, maim yourself, kill yourself, or kill someone else or hurt someone else?
Yeah, treat a gun as it's always loaded.
Yep.
You never put your finger on the trigger until you have the whatever you're shooting at in sight, in the
Yep.
sight of it, not in your sight, in the sight of the gun. And you never shoot at something that you don't know what's behind it because the bullet can go through it and go beyond.
Yep. Got to know your target.
Yep.
You have to know your
And
target
what's behind
and
it.
what's behind it.
And what's
You
behind
have to know it. And if you point a gun at something, you assume that is you're going to destroy that thing.
Yeah. And the kid shot, and like you said, killed 1 illegal, wounded 2
3.
others.
I think they're 3 dead
Oh,
now.
what, 3 now?
I think.
Well, whatever. It's horrible.
It's horrible. No one should die. They should be put on planes and sent out of the country.
Correct. But
But-
nobody should die.
No. And then he shot himself.
And then he shot
And
himself and killed.
That's
yeah.
also sad.
It is.
Because human life, whether you believe it or not, actually has a value.
Correct. Because God values it.
So there was another ICE facility where they arrested some rioters with firearms.
Yep.
They didn't shoot them off that time. But this is
This was Thursday. And today, Friday,
this is this one?
yes, that's today. And they had to fire, the ICE agents had to fire tear gas again, pepper balls into the crowd to keep them from getting too close to the vehicles trying to leave.
And that is the Democratic Party.
It seems to be their base, and that's terrifying.
And it's not just their base because the leadership
I know, or they're encouraging it. No, I agree.
not only
but
encouraging it, where is it?
Right
This
here.
They're
it's-
fundraising for
Yeah, they're
legal
fundraising
defense
off of
for
it.
murderers.
Yeah, and they've done it all along.
They have, but I think that was the Charlie Kirk is a martyr. He is. If you don't believe me, I am
Sorry.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's all right. Just sorry.
Yeah. But he was a wake-up call to normal people that the other side hates you. They've been saying they hate you for 10 plus years. Not only that, they want you dead, and he is proof that they actually mean it.
Yeah. It's crazy. And then
So this is the last
This
thing.
is-
This is the dumbest thing in the world. Gavin Newsom signed a law stating that federal law enforcement are not allowed to wear masks in his state, which you can't. A state cannot usurp a federal law.
so
It's
the
just
United
not
States
going to happen.
So the United States attorney just wrote a letter and said, "Nope, not going to happen. Go
So
ahead and continue
The
to wear your
discussion
masks."
is, should they be wearing masks?
To protect. It's to protect themselves and their families. That's the sad part.
So do you think it's that bad?
Yeah, I do.
So then we're in the Civil War.
It's
Because if you can't have law enforcement, and Tim Pool
Sure.
makes this point, and this is why I'm bringing it up. If they can't go out in public without masks on their faces because they think the other side will
gonna kill
murder
their
their
family.
families and themselves, are we already in Civil War?
I don't want to contemplate that.
It kind of seems like we are.
Yeah, because
the response, my normal response is no, they shouldn't wear masks
correct.
unless they're at war.
Like I said, I don't want to even contemplate.
It's
It.
something we need to think
is,
about
yeah.
because
It's terrifying.
in normal society, no, federal agents should not wear masks because we need to be able to keep them accountable for their actions.
Correct. You need to know who's doing it.
But if they're
families,
so at risk
yeah,
by just enforcing, they're not doing illegal things.
no,
Just by enforcing the law, they're so at risk.
yeah,
Then we have an insurgency in the United States that is large enough
it's
that
insane to think about. But it's
we
true.
might already be essentially in civil war.
You look at what they did with the justices, the Supreme Court justices. Same kind of thing. You know, they're going after.
Because let's roll it back a little bit. The United States Civil War is not normal civil war. That is not normally what happens. There's not just this line across the country.
Right.
One side is on this side, one side is on the other. Normal civil war looks like small pockets of hot conflict all over the nation.
That
over-
changes from this area to that area to
Correct.
this area.
all
to
the
that area.
all the time. So it's not, and it's usually less than 5. It's like 1 to 2% of the population ever fight in that type of conflict. Even in the Civil War, it was only like 4 or 5% of the populace fought in it. And so the majority of the country is going to be like, oh, we're fine. We're living our lives normal. And, 12 miles away, there could be a firefight between people. Now, I don't think it's active civil war, but it's real close because of things like this.
Yeah, it's insane.
Because we don't have an active shooting back and forth. But this is the start of what happens is militant groups do guerrilla warfare. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's
You
guerrilla
find
warfare.
rooftops and you shoot at your enemies and you don't care who gets in the way.
And you're also willing to die.
Yes.
And sometimes, like this last guy, by his own hand. So he knows he's going into a situation where he's going to kill himself.
Mhm.
And you can't defend against that.
Yeah. So Trump should push this down immediately. Like, immediately. Whatever in his power that he can, he needs to squash it immediately. And ICE should not give up any ground.
Yeah,
ICE should not back out of cities. They should not, what they want to do is they want to make the federal law enforcement scared so they leave cities. And that gives up ground. Can't do that. You should bring in the Marines, make it show of power, and push back.
I don't.
Because I don't see how else you can't de-escalate it.
You can't de-escalate with somebody who wants to kill you.
Correct.
The only way to de-escalate it is you've got to kill them. That's the only way to de-escalate it.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. I don't want civil war.
Yeah, it's
I
terrifying.
really would rather not any of
Yeah.
my children live in a world like that.
No.
So I hope Trump, because of who he is and his bravado and all that, and the people he put positions, can swiftly get this under control, and we can go back to civil discourse. But that doesn't seem to be the direction the left is going at.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Well, some lighter stories now.
Yeah, not really.
Well,
It's just at a different angle.
Tylenol causes autism.
Jeez. Okay, so I don't think it causes autism. But I do think, from what I've seen on everything else, is it accelerates it.
Yeah, it does something. It definitely
does
is linked.
something.
There's correlation. I don't think there's direct causation.
Right.
Here's the thing. People have been like, no, these stories aren't true, or the studies are fake, or whatever. And then Tylenol itself, because that is a brand and not a drug. It's acetaminophen, which is the one that actually is linked to autism. Had a tweet from 2017 saying, we don't recommend pregnant women take this.
Correct.
And now they've been like, well, we didn't really mean, but we did.
And it came out today, the company that owns Tylenol, that they have emails, and they released, somehow somebody released them, in which they acknowledge that there is a link between autism and Tylenol, taking Tylenol when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And they hid it.
Yeah, they should be sued out of to oblivion.
Yeah.
They should be sued to oblivion.
And so the best theory that I've heard is that Tylenol suppresses a specific chemical. That chemical, the lack of that chemical, when a vaccine hits,
brain development.
Harms brain development. Yeah. And so they've had some success introducing that chemical back into these kids, and they've improved some.
Well, that was
once the damage is done.
They were talking about during they released a medication that helps. That must be what they were talking about. Yeah. And
so it's horrible.
It is horrible.
I just don't trust the doctors anymore. Any of them. They lied to us during COVID. They lied to us this. They lied to us.
So, my take on doctors, and this is just me being in the professional world, most professionals look at it as a job. They don't do any extra research. They don't do extra training.
They do what they need to do, and that's it.
They get a script, and they just do the work and get paid.
Yeah.
That's it. It's sad, but that is 70-80% of all professional services, period. And the rest, the other ones, are the good ones who constantly do research, question themselves constantly, try to do better, but they don't make money in the current world, because how you make money in the current world is you have to bill insurance, and so you have to, 15-minute visit.
Correct.
And then do this other visit, and then do this other visit, and then do this other visit. And so it's not about actually understanding what's going on with the patient. It's quick in and out.
Yep. So this is probably my favorite story from this week.
We got this story, and then we have one last one that is kind of light.
Yeah. But this is my favorite story, I think. The Democrats are going to shut down the government.
Yep.
And Trump's going to use that to eliminate entire swaths of people.
And I'm super excited about it, but let's hop back to the government shutdown. What did the Democrats want to fund?
They want us to fund illegal aliens, their health insurance, their welfare, for $1 trillion worth.
Yeah. How about no? And also, let's shut down the government and fire all the federal employees.
Because essential employees still have to show up.
Yes.
So guess what you've identified?
Everyone else that you can fire.
Yes. You get rid of them all.
Oh, you don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. It's going to be good. I'd say there's 30% chance the government gets shut down.
They only have until mid next month?
Yeah, I know. It's not very far away, but
a couple weeks.
Again, we've established the fact that the Democrats are cowards.
I think they'll shut it down.
I would be happy about that. I'm happy either way. Honestly, I'm happy either way. Either give Trump what he wants or give Trump what he wants.
So we watched Greg Gutfeld last night. He renamed TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. He renamed it to TDA, Trump Derangement Addiction.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because they can't seem to let it go.
They can't. No, they can't get enough of him.
They can't. He lives rent-free in their head constantly.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money.
And it's just crazy.
It is crazy.
Here's our funny thing.
Let me get it restarted real quick. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, my browser volume's on. It was a little loud, so I'll turn it down a little bit.
This is interesting.
To anyone who thinks elections are safe and secure,
A dog in California voted twice in 2 separate elections.
Holy crap. How did a dog vote? Wait, what breed was it? A boxer? I've had boxers, and look, I love them. I really do. I love them. But that dog definitely voted for whichever candidate was offering the most handouts.
It's funny, but also there's election fraud.
Oh, massive amounts. They sued 6 different states this week to clean up their voter rolls, to turn them over so they can clean them up.
Yeah.
And they left out Utah.
Yeah. I need to sue Utah.
They do. Anyhow, so
any last comments? If you liked our show, subscribe, leave a comment. You should tell your family members about it.
you can tell your enemies about it.
You can tell random people on the street. That homeless guy, he's got a cell phone. Tell him to watch.
That's right.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks, I guess. Thanks.